So in this video, we're going to discuss recent price surge of HEX crypto and the possible implications of PulseChain launching soon. Richard Heart makes announcements via Twitter, and with these announcements, we get insights, analysis of the future of HEX, and of course, we stay ahead of the game here. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, greatly appreciated to every single one of y'all. Hello and welcome to ATX Crypto. Again, today we're going to be checking out the HEX crypto market. Over the last 2 weeks, HEX has been on a blast, and I mean an absolute run. We've seen a significant increase in the price of HEX crypto, with many people wondering what the future holds. So in this video, we're going to be discussing some of those recent events surrounding HEX, the price of it, what can we expect moving forward, and how it all works. If you like this content, definitely be sure to like the video and subscribe for more. We do a daily stream live every single day, 1:30 Central Standard Time. So be sure to come back and join the chat. We have a lot of fun with each other. So as y'all may or may not already know, HEX has been making waves in regards to the price doubling in just the last 2 weeks. It sparked so much interest from so many people among investors and traders alike. And many people are, of course, wondering where it goes, what happens next, right? We have the launch of PulseChain imminent. I mean, like around the corner, folks. And I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but based on everything we're seeing lately, it seems like it's happening it's happening sooner rather than later is my guess. So we can expect more announcements from Richard on this as well via Twitter. If you aren't already following him, be sure to definitely give him a follow. He's the person who's going to be dropping this information. It won't come from anyone else. So be sure to be following that so that way y'all don't get scammed in something silly, which is sure to have a significant price impact on the price of HEX. We've seen it as of lately with just a few little announcements of Richard Heart saying V3 private testnet, everything's working, the sync block is going, we have the 4 codes completed. And based on all these tweets, the HEX price has doubled in the last 2 weeks. So hopefully y'all were able to take advantage of this price action. I know if you were following my channel, you should have been able to set some limit orders down in the 1.7, 1.9 cent range. So hopefully you were able to catch some of that as well. We also talk about profit taking strategies here, which we'll discuss a little bit later as well. If you aren't familiar with PulseChain, PulseChain is actually a new project from Richard Heart. It's a new layer 1. Everything from Ethereum is going to be forked over and be copied into PulseChain. So everything that you hold on Ethereum network right now, any ERC20 or ERC721, which just means if you're holding a token in the Ethereum network right now, that's going to be copied. Same for your NFT, it's going to be copied once PulseChain launches. And that launch, we assume, is happening probably sooner rather than later. So make sure that you have everything ready, because again, we go with the 5 P's here. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Guys, make sure you set yourself up for success. That is what we're looking for here as well. We want success in crypto, we want success in life, and there's definitely ways to get there and ways to achieve it as well. So again, PulseChain is going to be a new layer 1 launching soon. It's going to fork the entire Ethereum network, and with Richard Hart's reputation for innovation and success, which we can see from just the example of HEX working flawlessly over the past 3+ years already. It's done exactly as it says it will. It's immutable. It can't be adjusted. There is no admin keys. It does exactly what you want in DeFi. Many people are also eagerly anticipating that the launch of PulseChain could do something similar, and you could expect something similar from PulseChain as well, being that it's created by the same founder, Richard Heart. So what does that mean for HEX? Well, HEX has been very correlated to PulseChain. Very, very correlated. And so with the announcement of PulseChain, with the tweets of PulseChain, with any news of PulseChain or non-news of PulseChain in that regard for both of them, it has a great effect on HEX. And we can see this over time. If you look right here, let me get to where I can show you. We can see this over time because if we go back and just pull up where we were, I'm going to go back and kind of scroll out some as well. So this is actually the chain sacrifice here. And again, I don't have this text. Let me just copy this in and I'll put it over here. Pulse chain sacrifice. So this was pulse chain sacrifice here, and we got a lot of hype coming from that just little announcement right here. Let me actually adjust this and make it a little bit easier. Yeah. So we got a lot of hype coming from this as well. A lot of people were getting super excited. We didn't really know exactly what was going to happen, if it was going to launch, when it would launch. And then we had the PulseX sacrifice phase happen right in this December to January timeframe of last year. This was a big little hype cycle for HEX once again, because HEX is going to be the primary factor to get into Pulse Chain. It's going to be your best play in all reality if you're looking to get into Pulse Chain. People started getting a little bit sad because Richard Heart made an announcement saying that there was a possible mid-May launch, and this is right around this time frame. The mid-May happened, or should I say didn't happen, and with that we got to see the HEX price follow that same the same sadness that you would kind of expect it to happen, right? People kind of lost a little bit of faith. They thought maybe it would launch a few months later, and so now we've just kind of been trending along this 5 to 3 cent range here for really the past 6 months. Well, with just this little statement alone, and Richard Heart has made some announcements starting really the beginning of this year. So Richard Heart made a talk at the HEX conference. If you have not seen that already, definitely go check it out. He made he didn't make the announcement of testnet v3 during that conference. However, he made that announcement on January 11th, and since then the HEX price has really just been rallying. He announces the private v3 testnet on January 11th, and then he announced stage 7 right here. And we got to see HEX do some phenomenal things after all. And once that really happened, this was what happened yesterday. He made a tweet and basically said code complete. And if you haven't seen that tweet already, whoops. All right, let me go that here. Richard Heart. Yeah, definitely give him a follow, folks. He's the one who's going to be dropping some news, some information about all of this, right? So this was the most recent tweet that he said. He said, Go Pulse, Prism Pulse, Lighthouse Pulse, and Aragon Pulse are code complete. And that statement alone has sent the market rallying for HEX. In fact, it's happened so fast where we actually saw a 30% gain just yesterday alone. The Pulse Sync the Aragon Pulse Sync is 20 hours into stage 8 of 16, validating the Aragon Pulse will build the chain correctly from block 0. It finished the hash account. Now it's working on storage change set. So there's only 2 sets that Aragon Pulse has to complete. It's already done 1 of the half. Now it's on the second half. So that's basically what's been going on. And with just that little statement and that announcement alone, people have been hyped up again with this too. We see that a lot of folks have liquidity limit orders set, and they have some limit orders going up to about 5.5 cents. If we can get past 5.5 cents, really sky's the limit at that point in time. So be ready to hold on, guys. Don't sell when the price doubles. We talk about this in my Patreon as well. You can join the link down below, but there's a spreadsheet that I created that actually discusses going through in detail about how to take profits properly in crypto without screwing yourself over. You don't want to make emotional decisions. You always want something to be done when it's ready, folks. Like, you want to make it because it happened and everything is going exactly as you planned. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. We talk about this all the time. Feel free to come on, join the chats, hit me up in comments, hit me up on Twitter, atxcrypt, without the O. In addition, with Richard Heart saying all of this stuff, folks, there's been so much activity on Twitter from his little mentions alone, with Richard Heart making announcements and updates on the project. It's a great way to stay up to date on the latest of developments and stay ahead of the game for the HEX crypto market. HEX could easily see the price go from right now at 4.5 cents all the way to 10 cents pretty easily, as we've seen how fast the move of crypto can go. We got to see a 30% increase in one day alone, and now today we've already seen it move roughly about 10%, and these are all positive actions in price. So be ready, because this can easily happen within like fractions of a second, and you don't want to be missing, or you don't want to miss this opportunity because you're trying to wait for the price to go back below 1 cent. I think those days are kind of gone. For now, at least. I'm not saying it can never happen, and I'm not saying it won't ever happen, but I just don't really see it being possible. So make sure to start setting something up to take advantage and get these prices and capture some more hex and capture some more of your crypto that you're looking to have copied over. Because folks, when PulseChain goes live, you're only going to have one opportunity. You're going to have one chance to have everything copied over. Be sure you're ready for that one chance, okay? So that's it for the analysis on the HEX crypto market. Hope you found this information valuable, informative, and keep an eye on the HEX crypto market yourself. Stay ahead of the game with the latest updates and analysis. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.